Welcome to Dicejunkies, and this is Perception Check, Episode 6. I'm here with
Q.
Damien.
And I'm Xenodamus. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so to start this off, let's see. This one was submitted by you. So you want to tell us a bit about?
That's the Guardians of the Galaxy game by Telltale Games.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly the reason that I linked it is because it's by Telltale Games.
Yeah.
And
Here they've been hot lately.
Really? They are the same people who make the shitty Walking Dead games. I meant those wonderful Walking Dead
I thought those
games.
were really
no,
popular.
you had it right.
I know.
But I am very concerned about the quality of this game.
Well, no, I mean,
The
Telltale
Borderlands
is
one was
not...
supposed to be good.
Which one?
The Borderlands Telltale game was supposed to be pretty good, I thought.
Well, they did that prequel thing? Was that the Telltale, or what?
No, they did like one of those storytelling versions where instead of running around and shooting, it had the
Ah.
Telltale style.
Huh.
They've done a Batman one, I believe. Like,
I haven't been really a fan of any of their stuff. I mean, it all seems to be low-end stuff that's more... It's fan bait, not necessarily a great game.
Yeah.
Usually with it.
There's been a lot of complaints on the games, you know.
Well,
Some people love them.
Like I
but
said, I think they're more for fans than they are
It's
for
an
the
interactive
actual
graphic
game.
novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an interactive graphic novel, effectively. It's not even really a game.
But you know, that's kind of why I linked it, because I had some concern, you know.
Yeah. So yeah. Next, I linked this one. This is the new Doctor Who trailer. So there's a new Doctor Who trailer that came out this week, and I'm a big Doctor Who fan. Surprise.
Whovians? Is that what they call y'all?
Whovian? Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. I don't try to stick myself that far into a category, but you know, I am a fan of Doctor Who. So I saw this. I'm interested in it. Looking forward to seeing season 10. I think it's April. Oh, yeah, it's like the second week in April is when the show will start back up. We're actually going to have Clarence from Discussing Who on the show that week before, so that we can actually have somebody that talks about Doctor Who and enjoys it, being that none of my other co-hosts do. Yeah. So, if you are a Who fan, look, definitely check us out when we have that episode. Let's see. Next, we have Nintendo finally admits that there's something wrong with their console.
Now, I'm really curious because I could have sworn I called it, not only on the controllers, but even which controller. I was like, the left controller is going to go out on this thing.
I know we discussed it in detail and when they broke down all the different functions of each one. But this is not where I thought it would go wrong at. This is with the... Obviously, the Bluetooth or whatever they're using to connect it to the console is losing connection in the middle of gameplay and stuff. Mm-hmm. And apparently, sort of like you know how in Xbox, if you lose that connection, it pauses the game. Yeah, apparently it doesn't do that.
Well, only one of the controllers went out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, there are a lot of unhappy people.
there are a lot of unhappy people. I was actually talking to another friend of mine who has one, and he
You have
had
other
mentioned,
friends?
yes, he had actually mentioned the problems with it. So,
Well, like Damien said, I'm not going to take all the credit. It's, you know, he said about the VCR TV combos. You put too much into one thing, there's a lot of ways it can break. Mm-hmm. And while I expected the controller to just have all the sub-functions go out, the fact that it's clear that it went out and we called it, I'm still taking credit and saying that Dicejunkies called it, and specifically these controllers were not going to keep working. Yeah. And I thought they'd at least last, though, a couple of weeks, but man, it's like
these
apparently
are people saying this is problem out the
console
box.
release of like...
So this is not necessarily a wear and tear issue. This is actually a quality issue from the get.
And games that don't have an active save where you can lose 30 minutes to an hour of gameplay.
One of the main complaints was off of people playing Zelda. Get to a boss fight or something and the thing just quits working.
Yeah.
Game over, man.
And some of those boss fights are not short. Mishoku fought Ganon for an hour and a half.
Really?
And imagine if she had not been playing the Wii U and an hour and 15 in, it had went out. She probably would have had to buy a new Wii U when it happened. I was like, oh, man.
But,
so Wii U, there you go. We were right on that, too.
Yeah,
Play Wii U Zelda.
Get Zelda on Wii U. If you're not sure about it, you can check out our review.
Please do. I need more views.
All right. Let's see. Now, this is another one that Damien submitted for us. And that's Warner Brothers is looking to do a Matrix reboot, possibly.
Yeah, I think, we kind of discussed it a little bit, and that's probably a little clickbaity.
Yeah, well, no, it's rumor mill is what it is.
It's rumor mill.
We don't know if it's a reboot. We don't even know if it's going to happen for sure.
Yeah,
because somebody saw something or heard something that said, hey, they're thinking about doing something with Matrix, whether it be a reboot or a side story. We don't know, but it is looking like they are taking that name and going to try to.
The problem is I don't need any more Matrix. I'm kind of like, okay, Animatrix, the 3 movies, I'm done. There's not really any more to do with this story. What would it be about? Oh, here's a story about somebody on the side realizing they're in a machine. Like, I don't know where to go with it.
Well, I would say that they're trying to milk the title, and that's sort of where I'm going. But then I was like, but we all saw 2 and 3 and know that it's not worth milking. Now, 1 was great. I was a huge fan of 1. When I saw 1, I saw it in theaters, and I was just like, oh, this is an awesome movie. I was blown away by the movie. And then I watched 2, and it took me years after 3 came out for me to even watch it. Because and I'm not saying 2 was super horrible. I'm saying 1 was so good that 2 just disappointed me to where I just didn't want to continue.
And you made the right call, but then you messed up and watched 3 and said, oh, I was wrong. It can get worse.
And now they're wanting to bring that title back out, and I'm just like,
Well, my thing is, The Matrix could have been so much more. Mm-hmm. It could have been so much more than it was. And now that it's not that, we don't need any more. You have movies. You have movies that are just cult classics, and people want more of it.
Yeah.
I don't want any more. I had enough of The Matrix. We don't need to even go there again.
Yeah.
I'm a devil's advocate. I just thought of something. You know what? I could think of a way I'd be willing to watch a Matrix movie.
Okay.
And if you're listening, Warner, you can have it. I'm willing to see a good enough movie. I don't need your dirty money.
Yeah, get to it.
Actually, they said that there were previous iterations of The Matrix where they tried different things. That might be interesting to see what happened when they tried to do the Utopia. And then there's like 2 other, they mentioned that they tried other actual versions that didn't work before they actually got to this one.
Yeah.
I might be interested in seeing them trying medieval, futuristic, or this Utopia.
This is where Warner Brothers gets their superhero movies now. They're just going to go, hey, look at these new superheroes. Yeah, this is the Matrix. I
don't know, but my point is that at least that's different enough that I actually be curious to see how that went. I have curiosity. I have no curiosity at a reboot or a sequel. But I would not. It could be interesting for them to go, here's the first time they tried this. It wasn't set in a modern time, and we did something different.
Yeah. Now, Damien pointed this one out to me and posted it, and I was very happy he did because I rushed to it and signed up. Quake. Bethesda is doing a Quake, and they have the sign up for the beta open right now. Mm-hmm. So if you're a fan of Quake and you want to see that, then you should go to Bethesda and sign up for that beta.
Yep. It looked cool, and I'm interested to see.
I don't remember enough about Quake that stood out as unique enough to not just be preferred them just to do another Doom game. That's my only thing is I look at it and go, I like Doom. Their Doom was awesome. I'd rather get a Doom sequel. Quake was to me a Doom clone, even when I played it back then, kind of. So that's why I'm like, You just do another Doom.
I mean, Quake was a little more futuristic than, and it. I mean, I see Quake as being a multiplayer run and gun shooter more than like Doom. I actually like the story of Quake. I don't think I ever played Quake single player.
That's the thing too. I only played an arena style multiplayer,
Yeah.
so I don't even remember the story of Quake. Are there demons or monsters? I don't even remember. I was shooting other people in the face.
Yeah. No, but I mean, as far as multiplayer, to me, Quake was the first game that really got me to where I wanted to. I mean, I played multiplayer with Doom, but Quake, that was the multiplayer shooter that got me playing multiplayer shooters for a long time.
Maybe they'll just do that and just go straight in arena and make this just a big multiplayer. If it plays like Doom, in fact that it has that smooth controls and high paced combat, then I'm in.
Yeah.
Then I will be in. I'll definitely be in. But I don't think this is going to be this is definitely it'd be better for them not to bother single player. Just go straight multiplayer. Give us what we want.
Well, and where you had Doom, they sort of went with some of the older styles and older mechanics, even to the style of multiplayer and shooting and stuff. There was a lot of mechanics that weren't in Doom that you see in a lot of newer multiplayer shooters, and Quake introduced a lot of those. So it would be interesting. They'll do a more fleshed out, more I guess high intense controller action shooter.
We'll see.
Bethesda.
I mean, it is Bethesda. I trust Bethesda, so I'm willing to
We'll
give it a
have to
shot.
wait and see.
Yeah. And then the last thing we have two more. Next is D&D Beyond, which is a new 5th Ed digital toolbox for character creation, rules, dice rolling. I mean, it's basically digital tabletop. You don't have to have the table. You guys have anything to say on that?
You know, I did a many years ago, and of course it was a copy of it, and I didn't have all the original stuff, but it was one I could put in my disk drive, and it would bring up making your character sheets. And
Yeah, the D&D 2.0 or 2. I think it was 2.0 core rules seating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, and you could make your characters right there and then print them out, and it rolled your dice, rolled your stats, and all
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it's what we use Hero Lab for now.
Digital character sheet.
Digital character sheet.
Right. But I mean, it had a lot more than that, and I used it as a really good tool. And it didn't actually make me think that I wasn't role playing tabletop.
Well, I didn't use the tool when I was at the table either.
Yeah.
I used it outside.
We used it to make our characters, and then then we role played.
They seem to be pushing this more to during the game.
Use
Right,
phone
having
app,
it right
yeah,
here,
actual app.
having it right here, and the DM's running it, and
Well, and we had a random encounters episode in which you mentioned your distaste for technology in tabletop games.
Yes.
So I like technology. I don't like it to this extent though. I liked the character creator, digital character sheets, to basically go behind me and check my math.
I like it where you put in what you want to do, and you put in your strength dex, and it figures out all the numbers for you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Digital
okay.
calculator on Pro.
I like that. It just calculates everything for you. Boom, here's your character sheet.
but that's it.
Now let's role play.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where I'm at too, and that's why I wish they would have went with a company that was already established like Hero Lab. They're teaming up
They ain't
with
giving up that money.
yeah, they're teaming up with Curse.com for this, and it is I don't know if it's a one-time fee or if it's going to be a subscription type fee, but it is not free. So to me, if you're going to go for a build system where you have to buy something, go with one that's already established. I like Hero Lab. I'm already using it in other games. I really wish they would have went there. But I will.
You don't need another way to make tabletop more expensive. It doesn't need to be monthly. That's an extra cost that's going to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a
the reason
breaker.
why I'm thinking monthly is because Wizards of the Coast already had a monthly subscription for their digital tools in previous, like in 3 and 4, they had their D&D network, premium network or whatever, and they had a bunch of tools
that nobody I knew was doing because it was a monthly fee. I've never known anyone that was using it.
That was another problem. Even I picked it up once just to look at it for a month, and the billing system was horrible. It like triple charged me, and
that adds up, man. Even $3 or $4, so across a year, you bought a book.
Yeah.
You know,
and I just wanted to check it out, and like the tools were neat, but they weren't nothing great. I was like, before I pay monthly for something, I'll just do this as pen and paper. It's not worth a monthly fee.
And then the finale.
So the last thing is Marvel's Iron Fist. If you aren't keeping up with Marvel, Iron Fist came out just a few days ago on Netflix. There are claims of cultural appropriation on behalf of Marvel in the lead here.
Where are these guys coming from with this bull crap?
Well,
have they ever read the comic?
This is my what the fuck news of this episode. I mean,
how many? I don't know what y'all are Iron Fist fans. So if you don't mind me starting us off, I'm just gonna put this on the table first.
All right.
Practically the story of Iron Fist in the comic was representative of, yes, he's a white guy who goes to this place where they train martial artists, where most of the people are Asian. That was kind of the thing that made him exceptional. He didn't get raised on this, but yet he somehow managed to find the soul of a true warrior and become an accomplished martial artist. That's the point of the character. If you make him Asian, you just took out a big chunk of the whole point of what made him unique.
Well, I think we've also discussed, once again, in previous episodes of different stuff, that we like to stick with the comics when it comes to a character. It's easier that way.
But here it's story. You'd have to change his story if you changed his race. Yeah. You would.
Yeah. As far as the claims go, I mean, it's... I don't agree with it. Now, I actually watched a few episodes of Iron Fist. I have not finished the series. It's alright.
Really? I haven't started yet because I watch it at certain times.
So far, it is not Marvel's best work. As far as the Netflix Marvel.
I've heard a lot of complaints about it.
Oh, man. I was hoping it was going to hit like Luke Cage because Luke Cage was phenomenal.
So you know how some of the fighting and the choreography of the fights in Daredevil were pretty freaking awesome?
Oh, man, yeah.
So far, the ones I've seen in this are not.
That's a shame, because this needs to be up to that par.
I know, and that's sort of...
I mean, even in Luke Cage, some of the fight scenes, just because they weren't. This man walk up, just slap the hell out of it.
And then there's a lot of weird flaws in... like the storyline. It doesn't make sense with current technology that certain things would be an issue that they're making an issue.
Oh, well, it's hard to hit gold. Well, I guess it's hard to say that because Marvel's been doing pretty good with the movies, but one of these was going to flop. And if it had to be one, I could live with it being Iron Fist.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not horrible. It's just not the greatest.
It isn't matching up to what
I've
they've been putting out.
only watched 3 episodes, so
yeah,
it could get better. But that...
It doesn't. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, that wraps us up for this episode of Perception Check. Check down below for all of our links and all that cool stuff. And be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment. We love to hear your comments. So leave us a comment. We'll reply, or at least try to. And
Or not.
Well, we never know.
I might reply. Sometimes I care.
Yeah. It depends on how many comments we get. So far, I think we've replied to every comment.
Every
we've got.
one.
That's easy when you're getting as many as we're getting.
All right, guys. Look, thanks for watching. Have a good day.
White Iron Fist.
They should have
White Iron Fist.
They should have called Iron Fist Fisto.
Fisto?
Yeah.
White Iron Fisto. Ow, that sounds like it would sting.